back, fam. It's Brandy, and today I'm diving into a new artist here on the channel that several of y'all had recommended. And I'll be honest, it's not a band that I'm super familiar with. I've checked out a lot of classic rock here on the channel, and a lot of bands that were really big in more the 60s and the 70s I'm relatively familiar with. That is what my parents listened to the most growing up, to be honest, is like 70s classic rock. This is actually a band that more popped off in the 80s, and a song specifically from 85. So a little bit out of my realm of like songs that I'm very familiar with. I might have like heard them, but it's not one that I would probably be listening to frequently. There's a lot of 80s bands. Like, there's so many like hair metal bands that like I feel like I got to be in the mood for because they give a certain like vibe to them. And I'm looking forward to checking this out because I'm not super familiar, so it's really going to be something new for me, and I love that, and I love getting to experience that with you all. But before we get into it, fellow reminder, I do put up new videos here every single day at 4 p.m. Eastern. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you like my gaming content, I do that on my second channel here on YouTube, as well as over on Twitch. Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. is when I live stream, if you want to come through for that. But without further ado, we're going to get into today's video. This is the song She Sells, dude, it's like Sally sells seashells by the seashore, bro, goodness. This is the song Brandy. This is the song She Sells Sanctuary by The Cult. Good golly gosh, Brandy. Now, off of the initial title, I'm not really familiar, but I'll see if I do recognize this at all. I'm not super familiar with The Cult, so I've heard of them, but I like the guitar work. His aesthetic gives me more 70s a little bit. This does not sound familiar at all. I thought maybe I would know it. It's just by music that my parents grew me up on, but I don't actually. I like their sound a lot, though. It's crazy. The song is giving me like two distinct like era vibes. It's giving me like 70s and 80s very heavily. I really liked that. That was such a vibe. That was so chill. And honestly, I precursed it a bit by saying like I'm more familiar with like 70s rock, and this honestly felt so 70s rock. I gotta do a little research on the Cold to see about the years they were active, but this it gave 70s, but then it also gave like a very mellow like Guns N' Roses kind of vibe, so I could see the 80s in there, but also the attire that he's wearing here, way more 70s like hippie vibes, especially that shirt. But I could tell the production of this is more 80s in terms of how the aesthetic of everything looked. So it was kind of like, I kind of wish I didn't look up the year it came out beforehand so I could have guessed in watching this, because I feel like I would have been all over the place. But this was really up my alley. So I see why I saw several people recommending this. So after doing a little bit of research, I feel like I can see why they made it fell under the radar for me, because it seems like they broke up multiple times and had a lot of inactive years. But from what I saw, they formed as a band in 83. So despite having, I mean, it was early 80s, so it's still going to have like spillover 70s influence, obviously. So that makes sense here, but I'm surprised. I thought they would have been around a little bit longer than that. But seeing this song definitely has me interested in checking out more of their music, because they're somebody that I am, that is new to my roster. And I love me some good classic rock. I like a mix of mellow rock, and then I also love more of my like metal, like my Sabbath and Judas Priest and stuff like that. So I like a nice healthy mix of classic rock, and you guys always suggest some really awesome songs that just either I have never heard before and I'm surprised I haven't, or songs that like I had remembered hearing that my parents played, but I had no idea who sang them. Like if it wasn't one of like the bigger name bands that had lots of hits, or if it was a band that only had maybe a couple of hits or a one hit wonder, a lot of those I might know the song but not who sang it or what the title is. So you guys are kind of helping me to discover songs that I didn't know I forgot about, or songs that I missed in my years of listening to classic rock. So thank you again for this suggestion. As always, if you like this, give it a big thumbs up. And if you love classic rock here on the channel and you want more, let me know down below. Feel free to drop all of your suggestions. I might actually put together, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you'd like this. I'm thinking about putting together a playlist of my reactions to just classic rock, but that will also determine what is considered classic rock. Like, are we saying like 90s and back? Because that makes me feel old. I don't want to put 90s and classic rock, but like we've got some Metallica and stuff in there. Is that classic rock? So if I put together a playlist, which decade and back would you say I would classify it as? And then I can start adding those songs that I've already reacted to there, so I can kind of have like more put together sort of formality of things. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for checking this out with me, and hopefully I see you in the next video. So until then, bye fam.